once. At the Kennedy Center, July 7 to August 16. Call for tickets today.
From ABC 7 News, this is a breaking news alert.
Straight off the top at noon, that breaking news coming in from Boston. These are pictures you are looking at from Logan International Airport in Boston. We have learned a small plane is covered in foam and surrounded by emergency responders. We know this is a single-engine plane that made an emergency landing. There are reports this noon that the brakes caught fire while being towed on the taxiway. The good news here is that there are no injuries and it is not impacting major airline operations. In the meantime, closer to home in the hot seat yet again, the National Transportation Safety Board is back to grilling Metro officials for a second day now. It's all about January's deadly smoke incident at Lafont Plaza. Our Jeanette Reyes joins us now live in Southwest D.C., where we understand that WMATA officials described people fearing for talking there at the agency. Right, Jeanette?
That's right, Jimmy. They're referring specifically to frontline workers. I'll get to that in a second here. That meeting, though, is underway right now. A couple of things raising some eyebrows, but WMATA still facing some tough questions from NTSB officials, and they're focusing on a number of issues, mainly overall security and safety culture at the agency. Investigators paid particular attention to how WMATA encourages and handles safety issues reported by employees. The Close Call Safety Program came up repeatedly. Its purpose is to have all employees, especially frontline workers, report any safety issues, whether it's a danger to them or customers. Now, WMATA officials acknowledge that theoretically it's a great idea, but one official says employees simply believe the risks far outweigh the benefits for them, even going as far as saying that employees sometimes fear they'll lose their jobs if they report a problem. Take a listen.
They fear retribution. They had this misconception that if they reported something, that somehow it would find its way back disciplinary-wise for them, and somebody would point a finger at them.
Now, of course, WMATA's goal, as well as NTSB, is to make sure that there is an enforcement of safety and that customers or employees, rather, feel comfortable. So this certainly was very concerning, which is why NTSB kept on bringing the topic up. What are you doing to make sure that this isn't the culture in this company? But this meeting, again, is ongoing. The ultimate goal, of course, is to find out how this tragic accident happened and how to prevent it from happening again, especially by eliminating this big issue. Reporting live, Jeanette Reyes, ABC 7 News.
Okay, Jeanette, thank you. And Metro Transit Police this noon investigating a bomb threat against a Blue Line train. A WMATA spokesperson tells us an unknown male approached a station manager at a Blue Line station this morning and made a threat against a specific train. Now, that train was stopped at Braddock Road, where it was then taken out of service and inspected. The good news is investigators found no hazard. However, right now they're combing through surveillance video to try and identify that suspect. And developing right now, D.C. police are working to determine the identity of a body pulled from the Tidal Basin this morning. MPD tells us an adult male was found near the Jefferson Memorial around 6:30 this morning. The medical examiner is working to determine a cause of death. Tonight marks 1 week since the Charleston church shootings that killed 9 people. Today, officials with the Metropolitan AME Church here in Northwest Washington and members of the Millions for Justice movement say more needs to be done. They are holding a press conference.
That when you come together as a coalition, doesn't matter that you don't agree on everything, but you find that one common thing that all of us can agree on. And that one common thing today is justice.
This comes as we approach the 20th anniversary of the Million Man March. Also right now, the body of church pastor and Senator Clementa Pinckney is being carried in a horse-drawn caisson on its way to the South Carolina State House. These are live images right here. The pastor was one of the 9 killed in the deadly shooting last week. Pinckney will lie in state today in the State House Rotunda. A viewing is set for tomorrow at Pinckney's church, where he and the 8 victims were killed. On Friday, President Obama plans to deliver Pinckney's eulogy at a Charleston sports arena. Also, right now, power companies are still working to restore electricity to thousands across the DMV after last night's pretty rough storms. Here are the latest numbers right here on your screen. About 1,600 Pepco customers in the dark, about 1,800 Potomac Edison customers in the dark. The largest numbers, though, from Dominion, where more than 4,000 are still being reported. And in addition to those power outages, the storm has been blamed for countless downed trees, several fires, and big traffic backups. The cleanup is now in full swing this afternoon. Our Sam Sweeney is in Fairfax, where they are still dealing with the problems.
And it's pretty bad. There's trees down everywhere.
Fierce storms dumped heavy rains, caused widespread damage, and left debris scattered for the Wednesday morning commute.
The trees down all back through these neighborhoods back here, and the traffic is all backed up through the neighborhoods trying to get through this intersection.
And one of the worst areas was Ox Road, where these power lines snapped like toothpicks, shutting down Ox Road in both directions between Braddock and Zion.
It missed the gas line. You got a live 12-inch gas line steel main right there. It didn't hit that, so I mean, it could have been a lot worse.
The Giant and University Mall shopping center was one of many businesses to lose power. All of the perishable food had to be thrown out. In Maryland, this barn was lifted right off its foundation and blown away. In total, more than 10,000 customers lost power. The good news is no reported injuries, and the evening commute should be much smoother than this morning. In Fairfax County, I'm Sam Sweeney, ABC 7 News.
Police believe last night's storm is what caused a deadly crash in Bealsville. That's in northern Montgomery County. News Chopper 7, as you can see, was over the scene last night on Darnestown Road at Cattail Road. It appears a pickup truck struck a downed tree. The driver, now identified as 79-year-old Elmer Froelich of Poolsville, was pronounced dead at the scene. Police say their response was affected by fallen wires. And the storms pummeled much of the Northeast. Tornado warnings were issued in several states. Strong thunderstorms caused widespread power outages up in Connecticut, but the hardest hit areas were in Pennsylvania as well as New Jersey. While there were no tornadoes reported, many areas recorded wind gusts of over 70 miles per hour. The good news is here at home, it's a much calmer and even cooler day out there as we take a live look out at the U.S. Capitol. Chief Meteorologist Doug Hill is here with the first look at that forecast for us. Hey, Doug.
Hey, Jimmy, looking very nice. Matter of fact, downright gorgeous outside the Belford Furniture Weather Center right now with sunshine and temperatures in the 70s. Let's start with a live look in Fairfax. A few fair weather clouds. That's all you're going to see today. Temperatures will continue to climb through the 70s and into the 80s today, but it will be noticeably less humid than yesterday. It'll be very, very comfortable, but the pattern won't last long. More heat, more humidity, not to extreme levels, but it will be warmer and more humid tomorrow, and the chance of more storms coming in by tomorrow afternoon. We're up to 80 now at Reagan National, 79 in Frederick and Quantico and Fredericksburg, 77 in Winchester, 76 degrees in Annapolis right now. Dew point temperatures, the true measure of moisture, they are significantly lower than yesterday. So you put all these elements together, and that's how we can say with confidence it is a very comfortable Wednesday midday all around the region. So what's coming up next? Well, I think we'll get somewhere between 85 and 88 this afternoon with lower humidity, a bit of a breeze. Our average high is 87, so it'll be kind of where we should be for this time of June. But then we're going to keep our eyes off to the west because another storm system, a low pressure area, will be approaching during the day tomorrow. And as that happens, it will bring warmer, more humid air, and then will likely bring to our area the possibility of more showers and more thunderstorms by late tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. We'll check that in more detail, plus the weekend outlook too, when I join you in just a few minutes, Jimmy.
Okay, Doug, we will see you then. We just want to remind our viewers, ABC 7 wants to keep you informed and safe whenever severe weather hits. Be sure to sign up for our severe weather alerts. To do that, just go to WJLA.com to get text alerts right on your smartphone. This noon, fire crews are dealing with some minor flooding from a water main break in Prince George's County. The break happened in the 4400 block of Bishop Mill Drive, right near Mimsy and Wardlow Roads in Upper Marlboro. No homes were damaged, but roads may remain closed while crews work on repairs. This noon, a hearing underway right now as a judge prepares to issue a formal death sentence to Boston bomber Dzhokhar Tsarnaev. More than 30 victims and their families will testify today. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez has more as we wait to see if Tsarnaev himself will break his silence.
The jury sentence made official today by a judge in federal court. Boston Marathon bomber Dzhokhar Tsarnaev will die for the lives he shattered and stole.
Joe Harsanayef will pay with his life for his crimes.
In today's formal sentencing hearing, more than 24 survivors and victims' family members